25 years ago, a few lawyers with little money and few resources were the mustard seeds of an organization that has come to help hundreds of Atlanta's homeless find hope and a new life. Their story begins in 1983.
Eric Kocher and I decided to create an organization which would respond to the needs of homeless folks, the civil legal needs of homeless people. It was a very small law firm, and it wasn't like a big firm where you could have a lot of space and a lot of support, and if you did something, somebody else could cover for you. So Eric really made a commitment and had just a couple of friends with him who were practicing law, and they worked out of that space.
Starting as a tangent organization for Atlanta Legal Aid, the Georgia Law Center for the Homeless began serving Atlanta's homeless population in a way that many say no one else could.
Actually, the Law Center is the only agency specifically dedicated in metropolitan Atlanta area to provide legal services to people who are homeless. As a lawyer, we can provide assistance with one specific case, but what we try to do at the Law Center, and this is where our paralegal advocates come in, our staff have the additional training, and they're more familiar with the resources to kind of meet that need.
Sometimes the smallest service just sort of unhooks a clog that folks have that prevent them from moving forward, or prevent them from getting other services, or prevent them from being able to find stable housing.
Well, the Law Center addresses a lot of the underlying issues of homelessness that other service agencies don't provide. The Law Center doesn't provide beds, doesn't provide food, but it does provide a stopgap for people that are falling through the cracks that don't know where to turn.
There is no other agency that's really set up to do that. The best social worker in the world can't get a divorce for a battered woman. And so those kinds of services that the rest of us might take for granted in our normal lives are not available to homeless people.
When there's a civil legal problem, there aren't other avenues for people to access. The Law Center provides civil legal services, attorneys, paralegals, that can help them get to the bottom of their issues and help them so they're not concerned about their next meal. They have the money to afford it.
The work that we do at the Georgia Law Center is so important to the community at large. Our clients are an integral part of this community. They're a part of the community that gets talked a lot about in Atlanta, that people are concerned about, but there are so few agencies actually out there helping them.
The Law Center staff do outreach to 24 different shelters throughout the city. So the Law Center actually goes to the clients to provide services.
Twice a month at the Gateway Center, we have the unique opportunity to have advocates from the Georgia Law Center to come and meet personally, one-on-one, with homeless clients.
We try to work with the person as a whole and in a holistic wraparound services.
A real commitment to our clients in a more holistic way. We help them and care about them in a way that I think is really rare.
But it is those champions of helping to end chronic homelessness who 25 years ago said, in a holistic kind of way, we have to deal with the whole person.
Its success could be measured by the amount of court cases won, or number of recovered documents. The true signature of the Georgia Law Center is written in the stories of those it has helped.
I had a client named Ethel who I represented in a number of different matters, and I still represent her in some today.
My name is Ethel Edwards, and I come through the Georgia Law Center for the Homeless by me being homeless.
But the first thing I helped her with is she had a property and she lived in the house, and her sister was trying to evict her from the property.
I had siblings that was trying to keep me out, and they was doing things wrongly. I ran into this young man, and he saw me looking sad, and he asked me what was the problem, and I told him I was looking for some help. And he said, "Can I see your paperwork?" I showed it to him. We was getting on the elevator together. He said, "I'm Mr. Dave Wishnett, and yes, we can help you. You go right back in there and you tell him I said to let you sit down until I get back. And he's been behind me ever since.
We actually had a title search done on the property, and we also obviously went into eviction court with her, represented her in eviction court.
Now she see I got some help, she kind of backing off. And the way things going, I believe she's gonna give it up.
The case was dismissed so that my client was able to stay in the house.
And it'll be right on time because we have a new baby coming. And all I want to do is just live happy and watch my grandchildren get older, you know?
And basically, instead of being homeless, which she would have been without representation, she was able to stay in the house. And she also realized that she owned 2/3 of this house. So not only did she go from someone who might have been homeless and not have owned any property, but she actually found out that she did in fact own 2/3 of a house, and she's able to live in the house.
It gave me confidence that I didn't have before. And knowing that you got somebody to stand beside you that's helping you for the right reason in the right way, it makes you kind of be able to stand up a little straighter, you know, a little stronger.